Hey everyone, so I'm here in Zion National Park in southwest Utah, and I'm about to embark on my first big hike of the week here, spending the whole week in the park. I'm doing the subway. The subway is a slot canyon, but the walls are rounded, so it looks like a subway tunnel. So the way I'm doing it is top down. You can also do bottom up. And what that means is you start from the south end of the route and you follow the river up to the subway, and then you turn around and come back, and it's a hike. The way I'm doing it is top down, which involves canyoneering. So there's going to be some rappelling involved. There's going to be some swimming. There's some part of the slot canyons are filled with water. So I have a wetsuit with me. I have my rappel gear with me. It's going to be about a 9-mile day. So I parked my car at the exit at the bottom of the route. I'm starting from the top. So I had a shuttle pick me up. So I've reached the part of the hike that's going to involve a little bit of route finding. There's still a little bit of trail, but I know it turns into slick rock, and I have a map and written description and GPS and all that. But so this hasn't been too bad so far, fingers crossed. I'm using All Trails, and I downloaded the map, and that seems to be working good, because you don't really get cell service out here. So if you use GPS, make sure you download the map. And along with all the slick rock, which is what I'm on now, there has been patches of sand, and I just went through some trees back there, and the trail was sandy. So I was actually able to see footprints. So I knew I was kind of going in the right direction. All Trails is, when it works, I seem to be right on track, but the app itself doesn't want to load. So, but I have a map and a written description and footprints, so. So I believe right here is Russell Gulch. There's a variation on the subway route called the Russell Gulch, and it's much more technical. There's 300-foot rappels in it. I would love to do that route, but I'm by myself and don't have the equipment or expertise to tackle that on my own. So I'm sticking with the standard route, which I feel confident about, which just has one 30-foot rappel and then a few shorter ones after that. But yeah, I'd love to come back and do the Russell Gulch variation. I gotta head down this trail right here, which is pretty steep, and then back up over there. So I have a picture of that area over there, which matches up, so I know I'm on track, which is good. And now I'm in this like kind of sandy little gulch, and I'm still following footprints. I was not expecting the footprints aspect of this. That's been amazing. Since all trails kind of shit the bed. So I do have my map. I'm pretty good with maps, but the added confidence of seeing everybody going this direction has been great. Assuming they didn't get lost. Alright, so I did have to make a bit of a detour. That sandy gulch I was just in apparently was not it. I was able to get all trails working again, and I was headed over toward Russell Gulch. And since I don't know if I'm past the big rappels or not, I either had to backtrack or climb out of the gulch. So I climbed out. It was pretty steep. Not bad. One wrong turn. So I'm getting my first glimpse of the canyon I'll be going down, which is right there. It's huge. Those walls are probably several hundred feet high. So I've got to get down to that. I should be almost to the river. It's amazing. Trail marker. I've been on the trail for almost 3 hours. Yeah, almost 3 hours now. And this is the first trail marker I've found. Because this is a route finding hike, so you gotta kind of know what to look for and where to go. But that's the first like actual official trail marker, which is nice. But it also means I gotta go down this. This part of the hike is probably the hardest so far. Down climbing all this stuff. And I'm not filming me doing it because then I'd have to go back and get the camera. And I'm not going back up that unless I absolutely have to. So I finally finished that down climb, which was not particularly easy. You can kind of see it there over my shoulder. I wouldn't say it was fifth class, but it was pushing it. But it was worth it because I got to this little pond, I think. And it's just amazing here. Like if my hike ended here, I would be happy. All right, so I made it to my first rappel. I saw that blue webbing bolted into the rock. That's what I'm going to be rappelling off of. And this is basically the big rappel of the day. It's about 30 feet down. Yeah, this is cool. I'm psyched. This is kind of where it starts for me, I guess. I mean, what I just did is 3 hours of not easy. But yeah, this is like kind of like where the classic subway starts. And also the route finding is done for the day until the very, very, very end. I'm in a canyon. I'm following the river. As long as I'm in or next to the river, that's the trail. That was kind of the point of no return. Once I did that, I'm basically committed to following this canyon down through the subway and out through the Left Fork trailhead. Yeah, before that rappel, if I needed to, I could have turned around and come back the way I came. Going back up that would be difficult to say the least. So, onward. So, starting to see that signature curved walls. This is beyond what I was imagining. This is so cool. I love it. All right, so I've come to my first water obstacle. So looks like I'm gonna get suited up, get my wetsuit out. The water's pretty cold, and yeah, I could probably just take my shoes and socks off and wade across this one, but I know there's deeper stuff coming up, and I might as well get everything on, because I'd rather not be cold. That wasn't too bad. The water's definitely cool. And now I have boots full of cool water. I'm wearing neoprene socks as well for insulation. And the canyoneering boots, they're designed to help give you grip on wet rocks. So I thought this was going to be my next water obstacle, but looks like you can actually get up on this ledge and walk around. So I've come to another water obstacle, and you can see just above it is a log jammed between the two walls. And that is most likely from flooding. That is probably a good 10 feet off the water. And that's how high the water can get in this canyon during a flash flood. So I've got clear blue skies today. The weather forecast wasn't very good a few days ago, but it's cleared up. But as I hike along, I'm always kind of looking for an escape route, just in case. Which right here, there's not much. You know, every once in a while, you might be able to get 20 feet up a wall or something fairly easy, but yeah, that's how high the water can get in here. So I'm right underneath that log right now, and it's still probably a good 5 feet above me. All right. So this next water obstacle looks like it might be a little deeper, so I'm going to go ahead and get fully suited up. Whew. Oh, that's cold. Whew. That's like take your breath away cold. Oh, great, there's another one. Oh, this one looks deep too. Son of a bitch. Yep, not touching. Oh, it's deep. Ooh. Man, they weren't kidding. That is cold. Here's another log hung up in the canyon walls. It's crazy how high the water gets. I mean, that's a good foot or two of headroom right there. On me. Thought there was a rappel here, but it looks like a down climb. Yeah, it was just an easy little down climb. I think there's a waterfall up ahead that I have to rappel down. This is it. Oh, son of a bitch. So, here's the rappel ring right here. So it looks like I'm going to have to rappel in, pull my rope from over there. So it looks like it's going to be too deep right here to do much of anything.
Why does it have to be so cold?
Alright, so this one is not a rappel, it's actually a down tongue. There's some webbing here with knots in it that I gotta use to get down. So load up my rope as best I can. I probably should put on my backpack first instead of on my legs. And then gotta swim all this because it looks deep.
Still can't touch. Oh, come on. Oh, there's some ground right there. All right, that was a little sketchy.
Got just a little bit of sun here. The next 100 yards or so, it looks like. This just feels good. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not like freezing. That would have sucked. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm at the top of the waterfall. And I have to rappel down this one. So there's anchor bolts right there. This log right here is well known, it's sort of iconic. I'm blanking on the name at the moment, but you see this in a lot of pictures of the subway. I made it to the last rappel. It's over here. That's a cool little canyon. I love how it like slithers kind of. Alright, I'm gonna get ready for what I think is my last rappel. I could be wrong. I've been wrong more than once today. Just about to start my rappel. So yeah, that tree back there, which I will find out the name of. I didn't realize that was above this last rappel. So anybody coming from the bottom up won't get to see it. But I got to see it because I put in the effort. Maximum effort. This is where I'm headed. I think I'm close. I'm just around the corner from it. Alright, so I made it to the subway. That's the main part of the subway right there. It's not very big. It's over there, but it only starts like over here. It's only like 100 yards long maybe. But it's such a cool feature. It was funny though, when I got here, there was a bunch of people that had started from the bottom up, like with basically just a straight hike. And probably about half a dozen of them came over to me and started talking to me like, did you come from the top? Yeah, the whole rock star treatment. Just like on Devil's Tower. It was cool. Yeah, so amazing. Alright, I'm all loaded up again and getting ready to hit the trail, or the river, however you want to call it. But this was an epic day, and I still got a couple hours ahead of me, but getting to see that in person was pretty cool. So I had a little bit of a mishap back there. I hit some rocks that had red algae on them, and that algae was just like these boots weren't going to do anything. I went right on my ass, right in front of people too. Like, God damn it. And I'm glad I got the canyoneering boots too, and they're designed to get wet. And the neoprene socks are nice and cushiony. And usually I hate getting my shoes wet, but this is just like, just walk right in the river. Yeah, some kind of bee. I've never seen one of those before. Walked into a whole bush full of them. Luckily, they were more interested in the flowers than me. So you can see the evidence of previous flooding events. All this stuff in the tree, that's all stuff that got snagged on the upstream side as it was coming down. And all this grass is laid right over the top part of stuff in the tree is probably, I don't know, like 6 or 7 feet above the current river level. I'd love to see a flash flood. I just don't want to be in it. That's got to be intense, but awesome. So on the way out, there's 2 streams that you cross on the north bank of the river. And after that second one, you're not too far from the exit. So I'm going to check all trails again because I decided to start working again. So I know I'm not too far away. And the big thing is, like, don't miss the exit, because apparently it's easy to miss. And you'll just keep going down canyon. All right, so I made it off the river. Now I'm heading up, and it goes up here somewhere. It's supposed to be really steep and gnarly. It's only 400 feet, but it's a rough 400 feet. So we'll see. Yeah, this trail is as steep as they say. And it's not bad, but I'm definitely taking my time. I don't know if you heard that whistle. There's a group of people down there, and I think they're just trying to make sure the rest of their party doesn't miss the exit. So this is just a little taste of what the trail is like. That's the trail right there. It's been like that the whole way up. I'm much closer to the top now than I was. So, not too much farther. Thank God, I'm done with this trail. Well, this section, not the subway trail. A little tarantula in the parking lot. I haven't seen a wild tarantula in years. So cool. But today was just epic. Like, that hike was something. Especially doing it by myself. And I didn't see anybody, like, the whole first half of it, from where I got dropped off by the shuttle till I got to the subway. I didn't see a single other person the entire, like, morning, basically. And even then, like, when I got to the subway, most of the people I met there left within 10 to 15 minutes. So I still had the subway basically to myself. Yeah, that was just so cool. I didn't expect everything to be so big here, but it's just, like, the canyons are just huge and amazing and gorgeous, and yeah, very, very cool. So glad I did this. Yeah, can't wait for my next adventure. So that's gonna wrap it up for the subway. I still got several more Zion videos coming, but that's it for the subway. So if you like it, hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.